Welcome back to 13C. On deck today, the Halcyon silencer from AAC. So this is the Halcyon silencer from AAC. It's primarily a .22 long rifle silencer, and it is a modular silencer at that. Let's go ahead and start talking to you about that as we break this guy down. So this is full auto rated in .22 long rifle for barrels down to as short as 4 inches. It also has a full auto rating dependent on barrel length for 17 HMR, 17 M2, as well as 5.7 by 28. In semi-automatic or bolt action, again, depending on barrel length, you can also shoot 22 WMR through this as well. So, as I mentioned, it is modular. So this is in its full configuration right here. This is 5.28 inches long and 6.1 ounces in weight. It's also 1 inch in diameter. To break this guy apart, you don't need any tools. Simply turn it, and obviously a handful of rounds through 22 isn't going to heat this guy up too much, so you don't have to worry about that. If you're wondering, we're tucked in the corner here, trying to stay out of the wind. Spring is finally sprung here, but man, the weather is just bipolar as far as the crazy amount of wind and everything else we're having to deal with. So, unscrew it out. You've got your two halves. I'm going to keep this orientated in this direction so our baffles don't fall out. If you notice, there's a notch right there. It is filthy. There's a notch right there. These actually are keyed up so they index together when we take them out. Now, you have your front baffle stack here, your front modular portion, which this front tube is aluminum. The construction on the rest of this is going to be titanium, and the baffles in here are titanium as well. So we unthread that end cap, move it over, take it right off, screw her on. I'm going to set this down, tighten it down, and you are ready to go right here. The shortened configuration, 3.41 inches long and 4.5 inches, or 4.5 ounces, I should say. All right, so we're going to load this, put this guy back on here. Tighten it down, and those subsonic ammo we were shooting the first time, and we're going to be shooting some more subsonic ammo through it right now. This is the CCI suppressor ammunition, and pay attention to the first round pop on this guy. We're going to have a lot more shooting for this on rifle as well, and some other stuff immediately following our kind of talking portion here. So definitely stick around for that if you want to see supersonic ammo and all the other different stuff you guys are accustomed to. That is a very noticeable first round pop. There we go, locked open that time. So obviously the big thing to note on there was a first round pop on the shorter configuration. It's almost at the edge of ringing your ears. I would not want to shoot this in a pistol in a shortened configuration for any extended period of time. I like to save my hearing whenever I can, and honestly, I probably should have plugs in for the first round pop on this first one, but you know, I'm trying to get through this. Do as I say, not as I do, right? Anyway, on a rifle is where this is going to shine, or a longer barrel is where the shortened configuration is going to shine. In this shortened one, you know, on a pistol, it's honestly just a little too loud. So anyway, we're going to do some experimenting with this. We're going to add some run it wet as well here soon, to show you just how that's going to affect its performance in a shortened configuration. So definitely stick around for that. You've got a Cerakote finish on here. And oh, something else I wanted to touch on here really quick. I'll unscrew this off of here. And the other thing I wanted to touch on real quick was the back end of this is also removable. So we've got our thread portion in the back here with our 1/2x28 thread adapter in there. There's a ring washer here. Crush, as well as, or not crush, but spring leaf type, as well as your insert. This thing's absolutely filthy. I'm not going to take it apart. I've had a lot of rounds through this over the past couple of days. Been out here shooting and enjoying it. So you could theoretically replace that 1/2x28 thread adapter in the back of this if you were so inclined. Ridges on here, so if for some reason this thing gets seized up, you could put a wrench on here and get it off of here if you needed to. Otherwise, I think that covers all of our talking for now. Let's get back out on the range and go through these various configurations on some different firearms. One of the things that I wanted to do on this in the shortened configuration is add a little bit of water to here, and you know, you can use different types of ablative material, and just try and see how we can do as far as cutting down some of that first round pop in the K configuration. So we added some water to it, and I don't know, let's see how she does. We're not going to move to subsonic ammunition, or supersonic I should say, just yet. We're going to run some more of that CCI subsonic through here right now and see how she does. I'm going to put most of them into the dirt, and I'll put like 2 into the steel plate or something like that. Oh wow, that is way quieter. Great. Huh. Yeah, that helps tremendously. You know what? While this is still a little wet, I have had some supersonic. Here we go. I have some supersonic. Let's run it through there while there's still some more water in there. That helps a ton. So something to keep in mind if you want to cut down on that first round crack, including with supersonics. I'm digging that. I'm digging that a lot. Anyway, let's get this moved over, and we'll let it dry out a little bit. We'll get it moved over to our rifle, and we'll work on that next. All right, I am all out of sorts today because I basically am doing this video twice in a row here because yesterday's the audio was just horrible because of all the wind. Anyway, here we go. This is dried out now. I've got hearing protection on because we're going to be shooting supersonic rounds through the shortened configuration out of the pistol, and honestly, it's a little bit loud, especially that first round pop out of here, especially with supersonic. So let's do that for you right now. And we'll put most of them in the dirt, 2 into the steel, something like that again. All right, there you go. I didn't have my hearing protection on. Hopefully that translated well over the camera. Or I did have my hearing protection on, because quite honestly, I don't feel like ringing my ears with these supersonics in this shortened configuration. You can do it. Plenty of people do it. I think technically it may be, check that decibel rating to see if it's technically below 140. But quite honestly, I like to protect my hearing. And with the volume of shooting that I do, it just simply does not make sense for me to be out here subjecting my ears to a lot of higher decibel sounds, even if they may not technically be over 140 decibels. Keep that in mind. If you do a lot of shooting, that's something you really need to think long and hard on. Anyway, I wanted to shoot supers for you as well out of the long configuration, so we might as well do that here. Again, we've got our baffles here, our second stack. You turn it over, these baffles just drop and fall right out. Obviously, we're not doing that here today. I put ourselves on here, just thread it up. Ooh, we are nice and dirty in here. Let's get this one just started on here. We'll tighten it down after we get our bottom one on here. This thing is gonna need a nice cleaning later. It's one of the issues with using ablative materials. You can have some stuff with that. You know, with water, it's just going to dry out anyway, as long as you don't put it up wet anyway. There we go. Here we have our Savage B22, the Halcyon in its full configuration, and subsonic 22 long rifle from CCI. while we've got the Halcyon in its longer configuration, let's run those supersonics through it real quick. You can definitely hear that crack, but overall, you know, obviously our sound is reduced. That's all she wrote. And here we have it in the shortened configuration with subsonic ammo. We got one more. Sounds like we hit a rock down there. I don't know if you were able to hear that or not. All right, let's get some supers through this. And here we go with the supersonic in the shortened configuration. By the way, steel targets you're hearing downrange, shootsteel.com. Great group of folks. We've got discount links down in the comments below, or 13cgunreviews.com/13C codes. Patriotic apparel from 1776 United as well. A lot of great companies help to support us and support you guys with different discount codes and whatnot. So definitely check those out down below. All sorts of great companies helping us do what we do here. So, supersonic ammo, shortened configuration. Ooh, dandelions. Ha. There we go. Thank you so much for joining us out here today. It's nothing better than being out on the range, a beautiful, sunny, cool spring day. I absolutely love it. Special thank you to silencershop.com, great group of folks making it possible to bring you guys all these different silencer reviews the way we do. So thank you to them, and thank you for all your support. It really means a lot to us. Full30.com, we're over there. Go ahead and check us out. And 13cgunreviews.com, that's kind of the hub for staying in contact with us. There's a mailing list on the right side of the page. Please sign up for that mailing list. It's a good way for us to stay in contact. If they shut us down on YouTube, we get shut down somewhere else, we can stay in contact. We can keep the information flowing to you guys. Maximum 1 email a week through that email list, so we definitely won't spam you out, we promise. Facebook.com/gunreviews, great place to leave comments and questions. And of course, if you want some behind the scenes stuff, some more day-to-day pictures and stuff like that, Instagram, we are at 13C Gun Reviews. Thank you, everybody. Consider picking up some fight soap or some patches. Try and support us in that way if you'd like. 13c.bigcartel.com. You can get through all this by looking at the links that are at 13cgunreviews.com. And we don't have a Patreon. You guys keep asking, maybe we will. But at this point, that's one of the best ways to support us, and you get some swag in the process. So thanks a lot, everybody. Take care, stay safe, and we'll talk soon. I'm heading out now. I'm gonna grab my Marcor 45 pack from VanQuest, doing some hiking around the property here, checking it out on the springtime here before some of the crops get put in at some of the edges of the field here. Hike around a little bit and get started on that review. We'll talk soon.